Welcome to the MBX Films Theater. I'm going to be opening up these Dino Zord packs from Hasbro from the first Power Rangers run, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm going to open them up, put them together, see what forms they can do, and compare it to the original Megazord also. So let's open them all up and check them out. First, we'll get the Tyrannosaurus Rex Dino Zord opened up. It's telling that they do all combine together. So I'm assuming that the function is very similar to the original Zords of how they do it. Couldn't imagine them reinventing the wheel here. So this comes with the Power Sword. Of course, it's not shiny like the original. Here's the original Power Sword. So just starting to get an idea of the size difference that this will be. I think there'll be a little bonus in that this is going to be smaller than the old one. So I'll show that at the end here. Here is T-Rex Zord. Very weird with the knees here. That's not on the original one. Now, there's a little peek underneath of the Megazord face. Seems to have maybe longer body with that, and the tail is a little different. This has swiveled around weird horns in the back. So here is the original. Here is the new kind of redos that they've done here. Again, just a size difference, and then we just are missing a few detail things here and there, like say the feet. So it's just a few stickers. I mean, I don't know if people are working, maybe they'll kind of do the decals. But actually some of these designs might actually be more of the original Zyuranger show that they got the footage from to make the Power Rangers show. So could be a bonus if you were wanting that kind of collection to represent that old show. Assume this will open up, or a little hard to get the compartment open there, but then that will send the head down and you'll be able to do the jaw here is too high. Get this to go around. This part of the head seems to be too high to let this part go around. Oh, there, it can kind of go over the top. A little goofy, but a lot of the movements and things are much like the original. So we'll just keep him there with the sword. We got the old Mastodon and Pterodactyl next here. What I'm kind of wondering is if you can kind of do the tank mode also. I would assume it's not advertised on the box, but that's something we'll do once we get all of them opened up. Try the Dino Mission tank mode first before doing the Megazord. Cut it free. So it's going to have extremely similar abilities, although the smaller size, you're wanting to put the head in first, then do the fold in. Actually have some pink on the head to try and really connect it to the Pink Ranger. Here's the original that just had a few pink decals, but the head was just red. It wasn't directly, well, that happens. It wasn't directly pink. Pterodactyl. And actually this is kind of better because this is kind of a silver instead of this sticker, although these still do have sticker decals. I'm kind of working on a way to help these out with the stickers because I'm not a fan of the sticker. It's just too easy to kind of lose. So here's your comparison. No detail on the inside like this one has of different colors. The fins are not colored anything better either. So that is the Pterodactyl. And probably one of the most ingenious designs is the Mastodon, the way it goes. It does come with these pieces that are on the back of the Megazord, but they are the cannons if we can get the tank form put together, so not sure if it will be able to do that. We'll see. The head should just clip out. It just kind of has its clips, and it kind of opens up. It's different now. Seems a little bit different. To get that open for the first time was extremely difficult, and it felt like I was worried I was going to break it. So be real careful with that, because I feel like if you really just went full force, I mean, it's supposed to close like this and it snaps in place, but to open it, oh, it feels like, are you going to bust something? Am I doing it wrong? Very weird. And then this is the one that got stuck the worst, and it's back to being really in there. In the end, you can see some of it through this hole in the back. Kind of had to push it with something just to get it to come out, and to take these feet off and just push it through. Not great of switching between whatever latches these is extremely tight, so I'm gonna kind of not close it all the way. I don't want to get it stuck again. does not transform easy in the least. Well, we'll have to snap her shut. Here is the original. As you can see, the Mastodon here is missing actually a lot of detail this time, especially the face doesn't have any of those. This has a better logo for this actually, I think, but the stripe there isn't there. Yeah, I just always thought it was very genius the way the shape, you know, you can kind of get the four-legged creature, but then it opens up to form the arms in this way. So I always thought that was really smart. And again, whatever latches here is like way easy to get. I don't remember if that was hard back in the day. Holy smokes, this guy is hard to take apart. So maybe with a couple goes he'll loosen up, but not sure. And we have the Triceratops and Sabretooth tiger. Always wished on the show that they would fight the monsters more with their individual Zords, but there just wasn't that much footage of kind of them on their own like that. Even rewatching the Japanese show, there isn't a whole lot more interaction than the Power Rangers show did. I think Sabretooth is pretty much the same. Looks like one of the teeth got a little bent in the package, so that might be kind of weird to straighten back out. Pretty much all the standard moving parts there for Sabretooth tiger. I'm not sure what the color change was there with the red and the blue on the head. And then actually some of this like the mouth, I could probably just get some paint, color that in, but again, I think possibly these are more realistic designs for the show than what the original stickers are here. So more or less the same. No little spot on the tail slash gun. Sabretooth looks pretty nice. And we have the Triceratops. I can tell the cannon part is very simplified into one piece. Horns again kind of got bent in the package. And no wheels. He's just kind of only got two real parts moving there. Here's the original. You can see the gun piece kind of a little more elaborate this way. It does have wheels on the bottom. So it's missing some decal inside there, a little different on the head. But again, I think these designs are more like the footage in the show. So they didn't paint the treads black either, so they missed that. So then the question is, we can now combine them. A lot of the function was pretty much the same. But this dang Mastodon is terrible to take apart. I'm not sure what the deal is. We're supposed to be able to do this, open it up, but it does not open, and I don't want to just force it, but I guess that's all you can do, but it feels like you're practically busting it. It's so tight. So the cannon, okay, well the cannon pieces do fit here, so maybe we can do that tank form first. Let's see what we can do. So this is got the weird knee jut outs because of the way these go together now. Not much of an improvement that way. Not a huge fan of little pluggies, the legs. Got a little handle that comes out of the Mastodon head, which is not easy to get a hold of. Out of there. All very tight. Nothing really fits in very well. Yeah, you can kind of get the tank form. Again, there's no wheels like the original had, and I assume this is how you're supposed to do the pterodactyl in the feet? I mean, there are instructions where it is meant to be done. But yeah, it's just saying it kind of hooks to the feet, so it's way back there. But pretty weird. I mean, not that they use this form all that much, but kind of funny. Alright, well, I just wondered if you could do that, and you can, but it's not particularly exciting. So, we will just form the Megazord and compare it to the original. So, Megazord sequence has been initiated. Copyright music playing. Is that really? How tall? Pretty wild. Well, I did this all out of order, so apologies there. But you get it. There are some issues appearing here. Go ahead and put the back thingies on there, just because. Whoosh. Yeah, so we've got the original next to this newer one here. Obviously a little smaller, a few different proportions. This one, you know, he can't bend this up, and they did add that feature in here, so you've got kind of more arm articulation in a way once it's all put together. And again, the legs couldn't do much here either. Kind of the same story here. Not really. I mean, it's got a little bit of movement here if you want to do some. I don't think he can bend back very well, so you can hold the shield. So again, all these connectors are very tight on this set. Like, they definitely didn't want anything loose, but makes it pretty hard to put in there. We got the Mastodon shield. Again, very tight to hold the sword. On guard. It is missing, you know, a few decals and things here, but I'll say that these original monster figures like this, of the old line, that would go with this, you know, you can see not a very good size comparison, but next to this Megazord, it's a little better, although he still is a little tall. He's going to match up with some monsters better than the old original Megazords, so you can kind of do more versus the monster kind of setups or displays and things. Really, I'd say most collectors or Power Ranger fans probably already have an original, or have gotten one, or have gotten maybe one of the kind of super deluxe remakes that they've had of it already, so I guess this is another little bit cheaper way to get a hold of a Megazord if you've missed out on all of those. Because it's not too bad, the sizing and everything. Probably better if you have, you know, some younger kid that just got into watching the old show and you're able to now get the toy to go with it. Great option for that, although I think some of those harder joints you probably would have to help them, or maybe just with time it will loosen, I hope. But pretty rough to start. So it could do the tank mode, and so the question now really is that, is there going to be a Dragon Zord for the Green Ranger to go with these? Or even Titanus? I suppose that would just be on the popularity of this Megazord if people buy it a lot or sells out everywhere and things like that. Are you going to see the Dragon Zord that can match up with this? I'm not sure. Right now it looks like no, but a lot of the lines they're doing alongside this are excluding the Green Ranger and a lot of times maybe even the Yellow Ranger on some of the lineups. So they may go back and kind of do wave 2 where they'll finish this set of Zords. I don't know if they'll move on to do remakes of the Thunder Zords and the Ninja Zords and the Zeo Zords, and if they're gonna go through and make these cheaper options to be able to create all the Megazords of the past. The Shogun Zord. It's not really too bad for, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't even really call it cheap though. I mean, it's cheaper than probably getting the original. But each pairing or box is like 15, so you're thinking you gotta buy all 3 just to combine. It doesn't add up to being particularly inexpensive. But I would keep a lookout on these sets and see if there is maybe some sales or price drops here and there where you can kind of get it. You could get all 3 of them for 10 or less. You'd really be doing well for getting a full Megazord like this. Especially with the possibility that there could be a Dragon Zord with it, at the least. I'm not sure if they would do Titanus, since all you can really do is put them down in there, but kind of a nice size. Since I have the original, I probably will end up giving this away to some kids, just for spreading the old Mighty Morphin show a little more, show them that, give them this. Maybe I could keep it, but I'm not really sure where it's going to fit in, since it's just a completely different size like that. So it was fun to open up and check out. I just wanted to see what kind of articulation it really did. Definitely has better arm and things, and if maybe you do have the old one but you're missing so many pieces, that this one, if you just kind of colored in some of the missing details and things, you can really probably pimp this out and really set this up to look a lot more better compared to the show footage and things. I've been getting back into a lot of my Power Ranger collection, re-watching the Zyuranger, the Japanese footage show that it's based off of, so have a lot of videos about merchandise from this time period, that old show, so you can check those out. The Sphinx, there's the Spin Fighters, which I'm really diving into, so be sure to check that out and let me know what you think of this Megazord. It's not too bad. Got a couple bonus features.